All right, Shalom. Another beautiful day. I'm grateful, I'm thankful to be able to come out here again to preach and to prophesy unto my people being you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. In the Bible, biblically, you would be known as the Israelites, okay? This is not some made-up trend. This is not something that's going to pop up for 40, 50 years, then vanish away. What we're telling you is the truth and nothing but the truth when it comes to breaking down these scriptures. All right? Now, when it comes to how the Lord is exactly going to do things front to back, we can't give you that in exact detail, but we extrapolate through the Spirit. Okay, we prophesy through the Spirit. We let you know of things to come, whether you hear or whether you forbear. Okay? So as always, before I get into this lesson, I have to give all thanks and praises unto my power, our power, the true power of heaven and earth, the power of Israel, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Wawrakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters as well, and the water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. Okay? We are coming into some very dark and serious times. Now, you might say in your mind, you always say that. You say the same thing all the time. I get it already. But you know what? Look at all the things that's happening in the earth right now. You have so much happening throughout the earth with these current events. I have trouble keeping up, man. And I'm the type, I have to write something down in order to really remember it. Okay? But there's so much happening right now. I'm trying to remember where it was. Let me see if I can look it up right quick. Yeah, so Lake Michigan. In the top stories, when you type in Lake Michigan on Google, U.S. military shoots down unidentified object over Lake Huron. Another article says, kind of hard to read because of the sunlight. Yeah, I can't really read it because of the sunlight. It's all good though. It says, it's the same article, the same headline I just read. Madison-based jets take down object over Lake Huron hours after airspace was closed over Lake Michigan. And this is from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. Okay? That's what it says at the top here. I'll read it a little bit. I haven't read it. Just hours after airspace over Lake Michigan was closed, Madison-based military jets flown by Minnesota-based pilots shot down an object over Lake Huron, officials say Sunday. It's the third object shot down in as many days, following incidents in Alaska and Canada, and the fourth since the downing of a Chinese spy balloon off the coast of South Carolina, February. So there's a lot happening right now. It's hard to keep up with everything happening right now, okay? It really is, man. Especially with myself, because I teach alone. It'd be hard for me to keep up with everything on myself, on my own doing. Going down further into the article, the object was first detected by radar late Saturday afternoon, about 70 miles north of the U.S. border in Canada, said Air Force General Glenn Van Hert, the commander of the North American Aerospace Defense Command and U.S. Northern Command. F-15 fighter jets were scrambling from Portland, but were unable to locate it. It appeared again on radar Sunday near Wisconsin and was tracked across the state into the upper peninsula of Michigan. Okay? So this being, like the article had stated earlier, the third object that's been shot down, really just this year. And we're only into February. And if you notice one thing about Yahweh Shem Yahushai, every time the year changes, the spirit changes. And you know what else that shows? Every day, every minute, every second is another step closer to our salvation. Our salvation is nearer than when we believe. Okay? It appeared again on radar Sunday near Wisconsin and was tracked across the state into the upper peninsula of Michigan. And if they had to, use fighter jets for this situation, you know that it's a very, very serious situation. Okay? They didn't take the local police force. That wasn't enough. They said, fool, we using fighter jets, man. Okay? So that's a very serious matter. Sunday afternoon, airspace over parts of Door Country, northern Lake Michigan, and northern Michigan was closed temporarily for national defense purposes. So, because of that situation, it looks like, let me read this again. Sunday afternoon, airspace over parts of Door County, northern Lake Michigan, and northern Michigan was closed temporarily for national defense purposes. Okay? So really no air traffic. All because of this situation. They locked it down. And guess what? With something like that happening, showing you how quick something can escalate from being normal, like things are right now, out of nowhere, what they would call some unidentified flying object, okay, not speaking of a spaceship, but some unidentified flying object goes hovering through the sky, and let's say it's another spy balloon, or 3 of them, right? Or we look up in the sky, and we just see a fighter jet, then another fighter jet, then another 10 fighter jets fly by us in full speed, right? All hell break loose locally in your town. Everybody's losing their mind because some bomb done blew up miles away from you. There was a terrorist attack, right? We are in a time of judgment, and these types of things will keep on increasing and keep on amplifying. That's why the Lord is stirring up this pot. Things are getting so intense here in these times that we are in, because the Lord is about to break this place down. Okay? Sunday afternoon, I read that already. According to the North American Aerospace Defense Command, the decision to close the airspace was made in conjunction with the Federal Aviation Administration and was lifted within an hour shortly before 1 p.m. After the Lake Michigan airspace was reopened, the FAA and military closed airspace over Lake Huron to the east. The object had been flying at about 20,000 feet over Lake Huron in a path and altitude that raised concerns about it being a hazard to civilian aviation, according to Air Force Brig Gen Pat Ryder, the Pentagon press secretary. Officials told the Associated Press that President Biden ordered the object shot down and that it was believed to be the same one tracked over the Montana Saturday and monitored by the government beginning the night before. I'll pretty much stop there. So long story short, that situation that had happened in Lake Michigan is just an example how things can happen instantly. And then suddenly action has to be taken. All right? Instantly. So as Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, as I've said before, keep stirring the pot of intensity, you Israelites who are still asleep, what's your excuse? Okay? Really, there is no excuse. Ultimately, that means the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahushai, wants you to be blind. But we're coming into a time where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to wrap this up. And we're not going to keep on coming out here. Okay? The Lord will remove His prophets from off the streets eventually. Okay? Let's go to 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, and verse 5. Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. So the Lord is fed up. Now it's time for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to keep on increasing things here in Babylon. Because see, for a very long time, Babylon has been a place that has never really been penetrated. Now, you've had a few things happen within Babylon. For example, like 9/11, when them Twin Towers went down, okay? That would have been, quote unquote, a big deal here in Babylon, okay? You may have had some school shootings or, you know, a theater shooting or something like that, or some serial killers running amok here and there. But Babylon has never really been put under the heat like that. Now we're coming into a time where Babylon is going to be like a third world country. Babylon, known as America right now, this so-called freedom that's here right now is going to be taken away. This is not going to be a thing in the future, in the near future, where you can hop in your car, drive to work, go home, do whatever you do, go home to your wife or your husband, go home to your children, go out to a bar. These things will come to an end. There will be curfews out here. There will be different sicknesses that you could be involved with that could actually kill you. The Lord is going to send many pestilences. We can't even imagine the type of things the Lord's going to bring to this earth, but He's going to bring different sicknesses, okay? He's going to allow people to use their sick imaginations on each other. It's not going to be 911, okay? A lot of evil, a lot of judgment is coming to this earth right now. And that situation in Lake Michigan is just an example of how things can go from 0 to 10 in a matter of seconds, right? You chilling, next thing you know, you freaking out. Seconds later, okay, you go from mirth, you go from laughing. You might be watching a stand-up comedy, and that's the spirit, because the back of that car, it said 441 on the license plate. You know, the Lord is constantly showing us spiritual signs all the time, man. And things like that boost my spirit, because sometimes, you know, I get down on myself. I'm just a person, all right? I'm not always as strong as I would like to be, but the Lord keeps me going. But back to the point, we're coming into a time where diverse judgments will be set up. And depending on what the Lord has in store for you, will be what you receive. We can't even fathom or put in our imagination what the Lord is really going to do to all of his enemies. The Lord is going to shake up America to a point. It is going to be terrifying. It's going to be intense. But the scriptures also tell us how this knowledge, this is what will keep us stable here in these last days. Okay? Let me see if I can find that right quick. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. So if you don't have this knowledge and wisdom, you are not going to be stable, because all hell can break loose at any given time. And all this false deception of freedom could end in a snap of a finger. You could be at your job and you're stuck at your job. You could be at your home and you have to stay at your house because right within your city limits, there was a huge terrorist attack. There was some domestic dispute. 20 people may get gunned down in a theater near you. A literal theater, or in the life that you live, seeing that we live in a real life movie. Okay? Yahweh Shemi Awasai is really showing you people that he ain't playing. He keeps shaking up the earth. He keeps bringing more judgments. The Lord is killing people with biblical proportions right now, man. He's killing people in the thousands right now. You've heard about what the Lord is doing, okay? But you know, a lot of people, they don't fear Yahweh Shemi Awashai. They don't fear the power of heaven and earth because they've been lied to. They've been told that our power is just this nice, huggable, lovey, gummy bear God. And that's not the case, man. He's a very fierce, austere power. And we hope to have mercy, because we understand that if we don't have Yahweh Shemi Awashai, if we don't have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, when things really get serious out here, when things start to pick up out here, we're going to bug out, we're going to lose our minds. All right? Let's go to the book of James. This is the book of James, chapter 1 and verse 8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So seeing that this knowledge and wisdom will keep us stable, a double-minded man would have to be a man who does not have this wisdom. He's here, then he's over there. He likes you, he's saying your videos are edifying. Next thing you know, you've offended him, he unsubscribes. Then he gets to missing your videos, he subscribes again. Then you offend him again, he unsubscribes. Then he's over here, then he's over there. He's unstable. Okay? You have to be a stable-minded man, being a man of the Lord. Seeing what we are about to be faced with, if you are an unstable man, if you are a total bug out, you're not going to make it. You're going to fold in the midst of battle. And that's why as brothers, as much as we say we look forward to this judgment that's coming towards this earth, we look forward to Jacob's trouble because we hope to get delivered. We also have to make sure within ourselves we understand what we're asking for. Because when the Lord turns up that heat, there ain't no turning back. Okay? But I believe in my heart of hearts, I'm ready, man. I'm ready for this shit to come to an end. It's going to be a bitter transition, but the Lord is going to be with us. So at the end of the day, I'm not really, concerned. I know everything's going to be all right through the spirit and power of Yahweh by some of y'all side. Okay? Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 15. But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. So our care is with Yahweh by some of Yahweh's side. If the Lord cares about you, he wants you to receive this wisdom. You receiving this wisdom is what is going to keep you from bugging out and losing your marbles. When things really get to a level of death everywhere you go, when things get to a level where you can't stay in one place for too long, when things get to a point where anytime you see a group of people, you got to go the opposite direction because you know they up to no good. When things get so intense where you don't know what you're going to eat or what you're going to drink, and I include myself with this, okay? When these things get this intense, we have to understand that our care is with Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And you have to believe that. Okay? But the righteous live forevermore. Their reward also is with the Lord, and the care of them is with the Most High. So Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, he's going to protect his elect. Okay, the Lord is our safety. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 4 and verse 17. For they shall see the end of the wise. Because if you have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you are considered to be the wise. Okay? For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what the power in his counsel has decreed of him, and to what end the Lord hath set him in safety. So if you have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is giving you that so that you may dwell in safety. So when that fire comes to you, you are able to withstand it. This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is like our safety shield when we're thrown in that furnace of affliction. And that furnace of affliction is about to be turned up on a very high level because we understand that according to the scriptures, Esau being in his feelings, he wants to get rid of us. He don't want us here no more. He wants to get rid of us. Revelations chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So the time is short. Here it is. The time is at hand. Okay? The time is at hand. Let me get that right quick. Matter of fact, let me read this one more time in Revelations 12, and I'll jump back to Revelations chapter 1. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. It said of the earth and of the sea. Because see, Esau is such a devil. Not only is he destroying people on landmass, he's destroying the sea creatures, man. Esau is destroying all the earth from what it seems like. He's destroying the whole earth. He's so wicked that he's even killing the earth. Not only is he killing people, not only is he killing animals, he's killing sea life. Okay? The coral reef is totally bleached. It's white. There was a time in history now when the coral reef was beautiful, it was colorful, it was nice to look at. Now it's bleached. The coral reef looks like an Edomite now because of the devil, man. Okay? So seeing that Esau mad, you know he's going to come down with great wrath. And when he comes down with great wrath, you got to understand what that may consist of. Because remember, this ain't the year 1990. This ain't the year 2000. This ain't the year 2012. We're in year 2023 right now. Esau has a lot of technology. Esau has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is going to allow Esau to get dirty. Okay? And I understand. I come out here and most people, they don't really understand or cling unto what I'm saying out here because these people are blinded. And that shows you how spiritual it is because even with everything happening right now, no one has any questions, no one's really concerned. People still feel like, you know, life goes on, right? But that's okay. That's why the prophets are out here to let you know these days will come to an end. These days of your rebellion is coming to an end, all right? A bitter end. And of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So Esau knows that we are at the end. Revelations chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of his prophecy, and keep those things, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. So the time of the end is at hand. Our salvation draws nigh. Okay? More things are going to happen that's going to cause the majority, if they're paying attention, who see it, to bug out because they don't understand what's happening. But us who are in the know, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai gave us this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, we are expecting these things to happen. We look forward to things getting dirty out here, man, because we want our kingdom. And in order for that to happen, you know, we have to go through a very dark time to get there. Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. So our salvation is very close. More prophecies are going to jump out the wall. The handwriting on the wall is going to extend. More death and destruction will come. More of your favorite rappers will die, right? More of your favorite celebrities will die. More of your favorite family members will die, man. These things will happen, okay? But if you have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you're not going to bug out like the rest of these people. All you so-called thug niggas, you going to bug out unless you repent. All you so-called gangsters, all you Jake who think you tough, you think you part of a mob, okay? You think that you untouchable. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is going to fold all you so-called tough niggas, man. He gonna break all you niggas, man. You are just flesh and blood. And a lot of you niggas, you have to be humble because you don't believe in your spirit that these things will happen. You so focused on the mighty dollar, you so focused on trying to get respect that you don't even consider you just flesh and blood. All you arrogant Edomites, all you arrogant Moabites, all you heathen in general, okay? You really feel like the Negro, Latino, and Native American, we can't be the Lord's people. The Lord is going to overthrow you. He's going to prove to you that we are his people when he overthrows this goddamn kingdom and delivers his people from it. Okay? Let's go to the book of Micah. Chapter 4. This is Micah chapter 4 and verse 10, I believe. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail, or travail, however you want to say it, tomato, tomato. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, and thou shalt dwell in the field, and thou shalt go even to Babylon. There shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies. So the Lord, right in the face of our enemies, is going to pluck us right outside of your hands. And you will not be able to put your hands on us ever again. You'll never be able to try to sanction your petty ass laws on us. Okay? You'll never have the opportunity to think a wicked thought in your mind about us and you don't get your head bashed in. Okay? There will never be a time again where you will be the head macho race running the earth. Okay? All you other nations included who feel like you better than my people, even when you see my people out here doing the worst, yeah, you see my people out here bugged out, you see my people out here hooked on drugs, in the ghettos, all right, in the projects, okay, in the reservations, in some of the worst conditions, and then you say in your mind, yeah, there's no way, I see 144 again, there's no way you could be the Lord's people because your people are so jacked up, not even understanding the Lord is going to deliver us out of your hands because we are jacked up. We need deliverance. We need to be brought out of this captivity because at this very present moment, at this very present day, we are still in our captivity. Okay? Baruch chapter 4 in verse 6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because ye moved the power to wrath you were delivered unto the enemies. So we were delivered into your hands, but we are going to be delivered out of your hands. Okay? And before that happens, a very dark time will come. The men of the Lord, we will be removed off of these streets. All right? We are not going to always be out here teaching and prophesying, okay, being ignored, being rejected, being looked at like we crazy. The Lord is going to put an end to this soon, okay? Because he's done all that he can, all that he could do by extending his hand out unto you Israelites repeatedly, and so much that you might be annoyed by it, but you can't do nothing about it because it is the truth. This is from the heavens, man. And it's going to be the truth from now, even into infinity years from now. This is still going to reign. All this wickedness in this society is going to be dissolved and wiped away. It's not going to exist anymore. Okay? This is the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So the Lord is going to remove his prophets one day, and it will be very soon. Okay? What if a whole bunch of fighter jets just flew over your city right now? Next thing you know, you hear on the news, you have 1 hour to reside wherever you gonna be, because if you get spotted outside, you'll be arrested. Just like that. Super soldiers are brought out in minutes. Just like that. You know, the chip could be produced to the world within a matter of months. Okay? We understand that since, you know, World War III is in the air, you know, all of these things are happening in the earth. We have to understand the chip is right at the door, because we can't get out of here until that RFID chip is sanctioned. And just like that siren's going off right now, a siren can actually go off that'll be telling you, hey, there's an attack happening. Okay? That's the times we in right now, man. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is warning you and warning you and warning you. And that's spiritual, because he's raising up his men to be watchmen and to warn his people. It's just that his people, being you Israelites, you don't care to want to listen. Okay? Let's touch on the book of Ezekiel. Chapter 3, or chapter 2, and verse 7. And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are most rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. And when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without. And there was written therein lamentations, mourning, and woe. And that's exactly what's coming. Lamentation, mourning, and woe. You people want to hear about peace. You want to hear about unity. You want to hear about Pop-Tarts and fried chicken and bologna sandwiches, all right? You want to hear about committing adultery with Cardi B, right? You want to hear about how to make $1 million in 6 months. You don't want to hear about how to escape the destruction that's coming to this world, because your mind is over there, okay? truth is right over here. Brothers who are like-minded like myself, who come out here and preach and prophesy His word. All right? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay? This is Ezekiel chapter 3 and verse 26. And I will make thy tongue to cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house. So because you're so rebellious, the Lord is going to bring a famine of the word, where He's going to actually prevent us from teaching. And that can happen in a lot of ways. Something as simple as the EMP attack could happen, and a blackout will cause the internet to not work no more. How are you going to get the word now? Then there'd be law sanctioned to where you can't do what we're doing no more. You can't be on the streets holding signs. You can't be holding Bibles. You can't do this. You can't do that. Then what? Then a lot of you're going to be looking for us when it's too late. Then you might ask us questions when you come across us, but the Lord is going to make us not even answer you. We are going to ignore you. Like, where were you when I was out there teaching? Where were you when I was putting in the time to wake up our people? Where were you at then? But now that you see everything I was talking about is happening, now you want to come ask questions. So we're not going to say nothing to you people when you come seeking for us. Because the Lord is going to put a spirit on us to where not only are we not going to want to answer you, there are going to be laws where we can't even teach this word anyway. We are going to have to be like pilgrims in the earth. So we are not going to have this freedom to be talking about us being the Israelites and then putting it online right now. What's coming is, if they find out that you claim to be an Israelite, they are going to be hunting for your precious soul. Okay? You got to understand, Esau wants to kill us. And some of us will be martyrs. And I hope you understand that. Every time we come out here, it's dangerous, man. That's why, we have to hope and pray that Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua be with us, man. Because He's our safety. And that's why also, you don't want to be in this truth, but then you being a nigga on the side, because you're putting your life in danger, man. Not only are you allowing Esau to want to come at you, the Lord's coming at you too. Now you got the devil on your ass, and you got Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua on your ass too? Hell no. Okay? That's why we want to be on point, so that the Lord can defend us. Okay? And we're not put to an open shame. So that time's coming, which, the Bible again calls it the famine of the word. The famine of the word is coming. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 26. The king shall mourn, and the prince be clothed with desolation, and the hands of the people of the land shall be troubled. I will do unto them after their way, and according to their deserts I will judge them, and they shall know that I am the Lord. So the Lord is going to judge our people after their own way. Since you want to ignore us, the Lord's like, okay, I'll just remove them. I'll just have them where they won't even reprove you no more. They won't answer your questions no more in a time of your need. In a time of things actually happening, you will not have the answers, because when the answers were given, you rejected it. You despised his prophets. You despised his servants. You misused them. You didn't take them serious. You saw them as just normal guys from the depths of hell. They just niggas in slavery who think they special. They just people who just made up this false doctrine. They're followers of crazy people. They don't know what they're talking about. You can say whatever you want about the true Hebrew Israelites. Okay? Everybody knows the man of the Lord always went through persecutions. Always. Okay? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that took out of the windows, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Okay, so we're coming into a time where the grinding will cease. Us prophesying, this is included with that grinding. This is labor. A lot of people are going through, a tough time financially because there are job shortages. People being unemployed, not knowing what they're going to do. But it's going to come to a point where there will be no jobs. And then the only way you could work a job is if you give in to the beast system by taking the RFID MOTB. Then you can get a job again. Okay? When you join that system. Okay? When you link with that system. But the time will come where the men of the Lord will not be out here putting in work no more. We won't be doing this ever again. The Lord will bring a complete end to the prophets prophesying. And we feel in our heart of hearts, this is that generation of the Lord's return. So this is that final go-round of the men of the Lord teaching this Bible. One more time, man. One more time. Some of us have to be martyred. One more time. Some of us are going to be delivered and may not have to taste death. Okay? But either way it goes, we have to go through this process one more time. This is it, man. Okay? Verse 4. Or, let me go back. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. And you can look out of a window and it be darkened because of an EMP attack. There's no electricity. Okay? What you gonna do then? Okay? You don't have the answers, Sway. You don't know what you're going to do because you don't have this wisdom. In order for you to know what you're gonna do, you gotta have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I know that much. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. Okay, you're going to see boarded up buildings. You're going to see boarded up houses, boarded up restaurants. Okay? When the sound of the grinding is low, you're going to see a big, gigantic plant that used to run 24/7, boarded out. Boarded up to where you can't get inside, or it might be blocked off to where it's trying to keep people from getting in there. But you're gonna have people trying to hoard food, looking for water. They're gonna be breaking into these factories, breaking into these homes. All right? They're gonna be making forced entry into these different places because these different places are going to be locked down. All right? And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And the daughters of music are being brought low constantly. You look at these hip hop artists, they constantly being put to death. Their music sucks. All right? So that's actually happening right now. When all hell breaks loose, a goddamn celebrity is not going to have opportunity to be getting views on the internet or seeing how many streams they can get. Those days will come to an end. And in order for a celebrity to be special, they need the black mirror. Without a cell phone, without a tablet, okay? Got a freaking eyelash in my eye. Without a cell phone, without a tablet, without a TV, without an iPad, without a computer, they lose their power. Without being able to stream and get views, they lose their power. So the daughters of music, these musicians, they're being humbled already, but the time will come where they will be completely out of business. Okay? That's the time we're coming into. The daughters of music have already been brought low because this music is fucking awful, man. Okay? You want to know some good music, come holler at me, man. I'll teach you a little something about some good music. Because this shit that they promoting in this world today, all right, it's like a prostitute, man. It sucks, all right? Let's keep moving. You know, my eyelash is trying to bring me down. It ain't gonna stop me. Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, and the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Yeah, they're going to be closed up. They're going to be boarded shut. You're going to have people trying to have forced entry thinking they can find some leftover food somewhere that maybe somebody didn't see. People are going to be out here like rats, okay, on the prowl for food, on the prowl for survival. So when the Lord brings that spiritual famine, you know what follows soon after that? Famine of food, all right? And it can happen overnight. Lake Michigan proves that, okay? Another damn balloon can be flying over us right now. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? We gonna bring it out, we gonna talk about it, and we're gonna show you in your face things just keep happening. And you people are looking for, you know, some water to kind of die down the situation, and it's not happening. Okay? At all. And the trumpet shall give a sound, kind of like that sound you heard earlier. That siren went off. That's that spiritual trumpet, letting you know we coming into a time like never before. The Lord backed me up on that one. At that time, show friends. Actually, let me jump back. And the trumpet shall give sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So you might hear a siren go off like the Purge, man, letting you know how dangerous it is to even be out in the streets. A siren might go off letting you know it's time for you to take your ass back home or you're going to get gunned down. Okay? But we understand Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to be behind it all, man. Okay? At that time, shall friends fight one against another like enemies. So, you know, these people, they ain't got no hope. Their closest homeboy probably banging his baby mama right now. His so-called brother from another mother is probably banging his woman right now. Probably got her number in the phone as secret crush. Okay? Because see, this world is wicked. So it's not going to be a big deal when all hell breaks loose and suddenly people start fighting and bickering one against another to the point they're even killing each other. They're harming each other, you know, robbing each other. Okay? It's not going to be pretty. And at that time, shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world. So the elect is hoping to survive what is to come, because it is a very dark time ahead of us, man. It is a very dark, evil, and sinister time ahead of us. But the Lord is sending us out here so that you're not caught unaware. All right? This is Job chapter 27 and verse 16. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. So all of you doomsday preppers who are, you know, storing up your food, storing up your gold and silver, you got a big closet full of clothes, you know, hidden in your basement with a secret stash, you know, full of extra water and goods. You're doing all that in vain, because the Lord really is storing up things for the elect. The Lord is going to do things for us that we can't even fathom. Okay? See, the Lord might have it to where we just constantly keep escaping situations by the skin of our teeth, and everybody around us keeps falling for the okie doke, because them being so ignorant to what's going on around them, they putting their trust in this, they putting their trust in that, causing them to get mauled down. Us, we're going to have the mentality of being on the move and not trusting a motherfucking thing. Okay? And the Lord is going to put the spirit on us if whether we should go here, go there, stick it out here for a little bit longer. We'll know what to do in those times. Don't question it. Just know that the Lord is going to operate. He's going to do things for us that is going to blow even our minds. And we think, you know, Hollywood has shown us amazing things. When the Lord actually works and shows us what he's going to do for us, he's going to blow our minds away. Okay? I believe that. He may prepare it, but the just, being the elect, shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver. He buildeth his house as a moth and as a booth that the keeper maketh. So, you know, all you doomsday preppers, all you people who claim to be prepared for what's to come, look, if you don't have Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, if your faith is not in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, what you're doing is in vain. Okay? What you're doing is in vain. I like to watch Canadian Prepper. Canadian Prepper, although he is an Israelite, unless he repents and knows that he's an Israelite and follows the customs of our forefathers and calls on the true names, okay, does the things required of us, unless he does that, all that prepping, all that wisdom that he has, it's in vain. It don't mean nothing, okay? It's all for naught. All of that is really to let someone else take it over. Because if you're at your job and these things happen and you're not able to go home, all right, then what? You're not gonna be able to get your possessions, right? This coon-ass nigga gonna cross the street to avoid me. That's what these people do. Because, see, they don't like the word. Oh, you didn't? My bad. I apologize. I apologize. You're an Israelite. The Negro, Latinos, the Native Americans, we are the Israelites. And all of these events happening in the world, they're Bible prophecies leading up to the end of this world. So you gotta repent and turn back to your nationality. So my bad, I was wrong. He said he wasn't avoiding me. So, you know, I was wrong for that. But, yeah, so all of you doomsday preppers, all right, it's a waste of time, man. The real doomsday prepping is to be in this truth and to have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because if you don't got it, you ain't gonna make it. And you can't fake it to make it in this. Because faking it, you just gonna get your ass burnt up. Or whatever other judgments the Lord has. Okay? Proverbs 27. In verse 27. And thou shalt have goats, milk enough for thy food, for the food of thy household, and for the maintenance for thy maidens. So we don't understand how, but we're going to have plenty of food for us. And if we have, you know, families with us, okay, if the Lord sees fit, if they be of the elect, he's going to provide for us and our families, man. Just like going back to the time of Noah. All right, the Lord, he had favor on Noah and his household, and Noah, he represents the elect, okay? And just like Noah and his household was delivered, the Lord can do that again. The Lord can deliver us in our house, okay? This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 44, verse 17. Noah was found perfect and righteous. In the time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world. Therefore was he left as a remnant unto the earth when the flood came. So Noah represents the remnant. Noah represents the elect. And just like how the Lord found mercy on Noah and his household, okay, Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives, the Lord found mercy upon them. The Lord can find mercy upon us and our households as well if the Lord sees fit. Because again, the elect represent Noah. And here in these last days, the Lord may have linked you up with the woman who he wants to be delivered. He may have gave you children who he wants to be delivered. But that's all up to him. Okay, we'll have to find out. 2nd Ezra chapter 3 and verse 11. Nevertheless, one of them thou leftest, namely Noah, with his household, of whom came all righteous men. So yeah, Noah represents the elect. And we're hoping that the Lord finds favor upon us and our households, man. We're hoping that we can be delivered. Okay? Because if the Lord ain't with you, you're not going to escape the evil that's coming. All right? Let's close it with Ezekiel. Going back to Ezekiel. Chapter 5 and verse 11. Wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things, and with all thine abominations, therefore will I also diminish thee. Neither shall mine eyes spare, neither will I have any pity. A third part of thee shall die with the pestilence, and with famine shall they be consumed in the midst of thee. And a third part shall fall by the sword round about thee. And I will scatter a third part into all the winds, and will draw out a sword after them. So many judgments are coming. There is not going to be any escape from hiding from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If you don't have that mark of righteousness, the mark of being void of judgment, okay, you are not going to be stable. You are going to be caught up out here, okay? Thus shall mine anger be accomplished, and I will cause my fury to rest upon them, and I will be comforted, and they shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it in my zeal, when I have accomplished my fury in them. Moreover, I will make thee waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all that pass by. So shall be a reproach and a taunt, an instruction, and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in thee, in anger and in fury, and in furious rebukes. I, the Lord, have spoken it. When I shall send upon them evil arrows of famine, so Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to blast this place with famine. Okay? That's why the Lord is causing food shortages. Why do you think out of nowhere you hear about some some farm getting burnt down, all of a sudden thousands of chickens died, or just some random event? Okay, that's the Lord strategically striking this place with arrows of famine. Okay? When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you. And I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Okay, so it's already said, the elect, the righteous, during the time of famine, we are going to be fed. We don't know how exactly, just know it's going to happen. That's all you need to know, it's going to happen. But to everybody else, they going to be caught up out here, man. They ain't going to make it. That's why it's worth holding on. That's why it's worth fighting. Yeah, it gets frustrating if you don't get views. Or yeah, it's frustrating if you get views, but now you got a lot of scoffers that's talking shit on you, trying to find little insecurities about yourself. Okay? Yeah, we gotta work these jobs. We gotta, be average in this society, right? Yeah, we gotta be normal, so to speak, right now. But the wait is well worth it, because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to fight for us in these times to come. He's going to make us call on him in these times to come, and he's going to show us why he's the power of heaven and earth. Okay? So I think this will be a good place to close it down. So I'm going to go on ahead and give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Wa'arakapodash. Lord willing, this lesson, it was simple and edifying. Until my next lesson, Lord willing, Shalom.